I took a look at your book, and in the beginning you said that you thought you were going to die at 35 and you had to accomplish all of these things. So number one, like, where did that mindset come from? And how do you think it actually helped you accomplish all of these things in such a short amount of time?
Well, I think people generally just are lazy. And so they fall into kind of ruts in their life, and then they pop their head up and like, I've been doing the same thing for 10, 15, 20 years. Like, where'd all the time go? Yeah. And so for me, I always knew I had a lot of different interests. I always, for whatever reason, had a propensity for action. I really like to have some sort of speed at the things that I did, which sometimes can be impatience, but still speed rather than kind of stasis. And I lived a very kind of fast life, and not fast in, kind of too crazy, but I was in the military. I probably went and partied enough to, for a lifetime. I used to have a motorcycle. I used to drive very quickly, just all the things that like a young man would do in America, where you're like, I lived a good young life. Right. I did all those things. And so for whatever reason, I always had in the back of my head, like, you can't live a fast life and live really long. And so I don't know why I picked 35. It was like seemed far away when I was like a teenager, right? But it's still short enough. A random number though. And I think I just was like probably around like 15 years old. I was like, oh, I got 20 years, right? Okay. Or something. So I just kept thinking 35. And so I knew, hey, look, if I actually do die at 35, like, I should get a lot of stuff done. Like, I should enjoy life. And when I hit 35, I was like, oh, this is all like gravy from here on out. And so hopefully I live to, 80, 90, 100, whatever the year is. But it is a great hack to say to yourself, like, what if you only had a year left? What if you only had 5 years left? What if you only had 10 years left? What are all the things you would do? Now, you got to be careful, because like, if you're like, hey, what if I only had a year left? Like, everyone goes and quits their job tomorrow. Right. The YOLO yeah, like literally, I quit my job. Travel the world. I have 13 months of runway, right? Personally saved up. Like, let's see what happens. Right. So you want to kind of balance between, what are the like sound decisions that help you live this extraordinary life versus what are the things that are just stupid. And frankly, there's a fine line between those two things. But I do think using the framework of what if I only had 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years left in my life, what are the things I would do differently, is a great way to kind of push yourself out of your comfort zone and kind of go chase after the things you ultimately want in life. Yeah.